After 9 days stranded in the snowy mountains of southern Oregon, Katie Kim and her 2 children are safe. For Katie's father, Phil Fleming, the news is bittersweet.
It was just unbelievable joy to have my 3 girls back. That joy, however, is tempered over our concern about James.
Ill-equipped to deal with the elements, James Kim set out on foot 2 days earlier to find help, taking with him just 2 lighters, a flashlight, and an extra pair of pants.
We're going to continue to look until we find James. We're operating on the assumption that he's still alive, and we're going to try to find him.
They're going to have to follow the creek or hop the creek and go over here where they can walk. And I don't know if they can because no one's ever been there.
Rescuers traced his footprints.
We brought in a specialist for a man tracker that we could put in, see if we could find his footprints and continue to work that out. We're continuing to work it today. If we do not find him today, we'll continue to search tonight and we'll do it again tomorrow.
The James Kim story becomes national news.
The search for a man missing in the Oregon wilderness.
He had sneakers, he had 2 pairs of pants, and a heavy sweater.
An emotional discovery in the Oregon wilderness.
But for friends and family, the coverage is difficult to watch.
The story got bigger and bigger, and you know, it's like now to a point where you can't get away from it.
Kind of direction.
Okay.
Yeah.
His plight draws volunteers from the entire region. The rescue mission intensifies on the ground and in the air.
We have approximately 4 helicopters up in the air. 3 of them are from, have been contracted by the family. And we got 1 from the Jackson County Sheriff's Office.
But it's James himself who gives the search teams hope. Rescuers find the clues he's left behind.
A blue girl's skirt and pieces of an Oregon state map that were sort of cut up. And these, according to the information I have, were sort of placed, again, with our belief that little signs are being left by James for anyone that may be trying to find him.
With hopes high, Spencer Kim puts together 18 care packages for his missing son.
These packages are going to be transported by helicopter. They're going to be strategically dropped along the area.
Each package contains food, warm clothing, and a personal note, a father's plea to hang on. Help is on the way. But it's already too late. Around noon on Wednesday, December 6th, an air rescue team makes a grim discovery.
At 12:03 hours today, the body of James Kim was located down in the Big Windy Creek. Mr. Kim was located down in the area where the search activity was occurring. Arrangements are being made to have him removed from the area.
You have hope. You put somebody in there, you don't give up on it, you go, we're at the bitter end with it. And, you know, when they announced it, it was pretty quiet in my aircraft.
Something that really touched you?
Yeah.
It's a heart-wrenching conclusion.
Most of us have breathed and lived this for days. And yeah, you do take it personal. And it's been tough.
The news is heard a world away in San Francisco.
He's so smart, and I thought for sure that he had done something to keep himself in good shape. But I guess it was just too much. I don't know.
When that press conference started and they announced that they'd found the body of James Kim, it just hit like a ton of bricks, and you didn't want to believe that he hadn't made it.
Any child would be so lucky to have a father like James, who was unbelievably involved.
James Kim, father and husband, had hiked more than 16 miles through brutal terrain before freezing to death. A state trooper called his journey superhuman. But as you'll soon find out, there are sad ironies in James Kim's heroic trek. James Kim's tragic story is fascinating because there are so many ways it might have ended differently. Just like it is for all of us, life is filled with coincidences, choices made that could have gone a different way, leaving all of us wondering, what if?
We've got gapless playback.
James Kim, smart, methodical, technologically savvy. He and wife Katie devoted to each other and their daughters, qualities friends and family figured would pull them through this ordeal.
They're very smart people, you know, they're not gonna they're gonna try to do whatever is possible to make it out.
His wife and daughters were found in time, but James' death leaves behind a trail of agonizing what-ifs. What if vandals hadn't cut a lock and left open the gate blocking the logging road?
Had this gate been locked, the Kims would have come to it and been forced to turn around. So if it had been locked, we'd have had a different story.
What if, after leaving his family, he had kept walking on the road instead of veering off into the canyon?
We would have got back to Bear Camp Road. At Bear Camp Road, he would have had a high likelihood of being able to flag somebody down and get help.
What if James Kim had taken more than just the flashlight and 2 lighters with him? What if James Kim, a self-described gadget geek, had GPS, a navigation device in his car? Experts say it may have helped. And what if he had stayed with his family? Ironically, his cell phone would have saved his life.
Edge Wireless put a gentleman over here. It was through his computer model that we were able to locate a cellular tower hit that concentrated the search in the Bear Camp area.
But in the end, James Kim's footprints saved his family.
Apparently the private helicopter pilot that actually saw them said he tracked Mr. Kim's footprints in the snow to this location. And he said he had picked the footprints up back on this road and tracked the prints back out here to the vehicle.
James Kim's story, 5 days in the frozen wilderness, a 16-mile hike in sneakers, came so close to a happy ending.
So I want to make sure that's clearly understood. They did nothing wrong. James Kim did nothing wrong. He was trying to save his family.
So profoundly sad. James Kim's body was found less than a mile from that beloved family, Katie, Penelope, and Sabine. His family and co-workers held private memorials this past weekend with a public memorial planned for sometime next month. We'll be right back.